All right, so welcome everybody. My name is Shanila, and I'm the founder of Integrative Wellness Leaders, which is a collective of health and wellness leaders who practice an integrative health. So we do emotional, physical, mental, and spiritual well-being. And especially during this coronavirus time, we've come together as a collective to promote, support, and really strategize with each other to be able to still provide health and wellness resources and keep our practices going while still serving our community and creating space for all of us to get some pretty, much needed information right now. And I'm also the founder of Always Play Studios, which is based in Los Angeles, and I do sound baths and breath work and energy healing and help mentor any other wellness and health practitioners who want to start their business but need a little bit more guidance and strategy, and I help start their businesses. And so we're partnered with WellSet, which is the first centralized platform to book wellness practitioners. So you can go on this platform and be able to look for a acupuncturist who serves a very particular need that you have. So if you have a gut health problem and you're in your 40s and you are postpartum, then you can find an acupuncturist who is definitely specialize and cater to that specific need that you have. So it's a really cool platform that's coming up. Keep your eye out for it. And so we partnered with them to have this wellness festival for the next couple of weeks, as ongoing as we can, to have different practitioners come from different areas of wellness, health wellness, and come share their expertise. So today we have Kara MoraMarco, and she's a doctor of acupuncture and Oriental medicine. She's earned her Masters and Doctorate degrees from Emperor's College, and her passion for healthful living began at an early age, with both her parents also being doctors of Oriental medicine. And over the last few years, over the past 8 years, she's been in a private practice. She has her own private practice in Beverly Hills with a focus on women's health. And most recently, her work has been featured in Katy Perry's music video, Never Really Over. She got her facial acupuncture and her love cupping was featured in there. So today we're here gladly to have you as our guest to share with us a little bit of an acupressure workshop to, give us some tips and tricks on what we can do at home. Thank you for being here.
So first, I want to make sure we have good lighting. So I might adjust the lighting. I'll have to see, am I going to be in the big screen, or let's see. This is my first time. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. Yeah, so this is my first time teaching acupressure to kind of like the general public. Normally, I'll do this specifically and individually for my patients, but we are in some new territory, so I have been asked to share some of my favorite acupressure points to help with stress and relaxation, to help relieve some of the anxiety that we're all feeling. And it's very easy to do, and we're gonna make this relaxed and fun. So let's all just take a few minutes and get some nice deep breaths. We tend to hold our breath when we're stressed, so let's just find a nice comfortable position. And just before we start also, we're gonna be doing some points on our face massaging, so if you need to wash your hands, you can go ahead and do that now. Hopefully we all have clean hands and a clean face, so we'll just get started. So just taking some nice deep breaths and releasing any tension we may have in our body right now. We may feel some tightness in our neck and shoulders, and on the exhale, just letting that go. Breathing in nice and slow, and breathing out. So as we do this acupressure, we're just going to have a very normal breathing pattern, so nothing specific, whatever's comfortable for you. Nothing's going to be forced, just everything relaxed and easy. So of Chinese medicine, acupuncture is about 5,000 years old, but acupressure is actually precedes that. So there's a really long history for acupressure. And the word acu means care or precision. So when we use the needles, we puncture, and that's how we get the name acupuncture. And today we're going to be doing acupressure. So paying specific care to the location of the point. And the great thing about acupressure is everyone can do it and you're not gonna be harming yourself. So we're not sticking needles in, we're using a gentle massage. There's a few points that are contraindicated during pregnancy, so I'll point those out. If you're pregnant, you're just gonna avoid those points. All right, so the first point we're gonna do, a lot of you may have seen it or are familiar with the point right in between your eyebrows. So it's called yin tong. It's also known, like in yoga, as the third eye point, and there's the pineal gland is right behind it. So we locate it by just going right in the middle of your eyebrows. And this point is one we use, very common to calm the mind. It's very relaxing. It's going to give you that really calming effect. So you can just apply pressure. You can do circular motions. So breathing in and breathing out. So with these acupressure points, we can spend 60 seconds up to 2 minutes, whatever feels good for you. We'll spend a few minutes on each point right now today. And so you can do the circular motion. You can also do this kind of petting motion. So you're gently stroking up your forehead. So imagine like when you're petting your cat or dog, how they purr. It's just such a soothing point. So this promotes the relaxation, gets you into that parasympathetic mode. So really relaxing the nervous system. So we'll spend a few minutes in quiet just doing this. You can close your eyes if you want. Continuing to breathe. Good. So like I said, that's one of my favorite points, called yin tong. Usually in an acupuncture treatment, I'll needle that point. Some of my patients call it the happy point. And then one of them calls it like, put that one in the brain. So it's a really, really nice, relaxing one. So we're going to continue on the face, and there's many points around, all around the eye and the ear. So with acupressure, we are targeting acupuncture points, and there are about 400 main points on the body and many, many extra points. So with the acupressure, we're targeting the acupuncture points, and they're connected to different meridians. So there's the bladder meridian and the gallbladder meridian, and a lot of them points I really like to use for patients with a lot of stress and anxiety. If you have panic attacks, you can work on these also. They're also good for focus and some facial rejuvenation too. So we're gonna get nice circulation to our face. So we're gonna use our thumbs here and do a massage gently around your eyes. You're not gonna wanna put too much pressure around your eyes, always gentle, but around the forehead and the eyebrows, we carry a lot of tension here. You know, sometimes people make those frown and get the 11 lines, the forehead lines. So we always want to relax that area. So just doing gentle motions around your eyes. And then there's also a large intestine meridian point here, Li20. So we are working on that as well. And then you're going to start to feel a lot of circulation. Nice deep breath in and out. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. So these points around here are also good for nasal congestion. We use that first point here also to open up the nose, and then same with some of these around the nose. So a lot of these points have multiple functions, which is great because we can be stimulating different benefits. So next we're going to work on the ear, and the ear is actually a microsystem. So you've probably heard of foot reflexology. There's also hand reflexology, so the whole body is mapped out on the hand. And then there's also auricular therapy, which is ear acupuncture or ear acupressure. You may have also seen the little beads or pellets or crystals that are becoming very popular now to apply to specific points in the ear to relax the nervous system or treat pain. So the ear has also hundreds of points. So by stimulating anywhere on the ear, we're going to get some benefits. So we're going to do this massage where you take your middle finger and you're going to place it right in front of the tragus, which is right where the ear kind of connects to your face. And there's a lot of acupuncture points that are around here. And then your pointer finger is going to go behind your ear at that little bump. It's the mastoid process. And then you're just going to kind of go back and forth, stimulating that area in front of the ear and in back of the ear. So you can close your eyes also when doing this. Should feel pretty good. We hold a lot of tension here too. It's normal if you're going to start to feel a lot of heat and warming sensation. That's the circulation. Nice. Okay. And then we're going to just do some little ear massage. So really this can be done. You can pull and stretch your ear, or you can go kind of back and forth as if you're winding a clock. We don't really use those anymore, but your grandpa might have one of those wind up clocks, and you're just going to go back and forth anywhere that feels good. So the actual image of the microsystem of the ear is an inverted fetus. So if you imagine this would be the head, and then this is the spine, and then the feet come around there. So it's like this whole area represents your spine. So if you happen to have any neck pain, you would work on this area. You can massage in there. I think we all probably have some tight neck and shoulders right now. We're holding our tension and stress there. So you can focus on this area of your ear. There's different nerves. The vagus nerve comes out of the ear. So we're really stimulating the whole body this way. And then you can pull on the ears. You could do one at a time if you want. And then we're going to just spend a minute holding one point. It's called Shen Men, and there's actually 2 Shen Men points. We're going to get to the other one later on the hand. And it's right in that kind of triangular area. So you could just use your whole finger. The point is tiny, but if you use your whole finger, you're gonna get that point no matter what. So we're going to just spend a minute gently doing a circle around that area in here. And there's really no right or wrong at this point. So we're not putting a needle in. You're not going to harm yourself if you're touching the wrong part of your ear. You could also just hold pressure if you don't want to do the circles. All right, so you should feel a lot of circulation now in the head and face, and maybe some heat on the ear also. Another tip is if you're in a cold climate, if it's really, really cold, grab your ear, start to massage it, and you will instantly warm up. I was a figure skater, and so I spent a lot of hours in a freezing ice rink, and I remember my dad, who's actually also an acupuncturist, would grab my ear and do a little pressure massage, and then your ear's on fire, so your whole body will warm up. Okay, so next we're gonna move down and work on the chest area. So in Chinese medicine, the organ that is, each organ has its own emotion connected to it. And the emotion for the lung is like sadness or grief. So it might be an organ that, you know, we're feeling a little more tension, and there's a lot of sadness in the world right now. So we're gonna stimulate those points. And for this technique, we're gonna use like a little tapping. So you can kind of make a little kind of beaks with your fingers. And so the lung channel, lung 1, starts just below the clavicle here in this area. You can first kind of feel for a tender spot. There's a few lung points here, so you're not gonna really go wrong. You're gonna just find a tender spot, and then you can stimulate it by tapping here. Good, and then you can continue, you could do a little massage. If your shoulders start to get tired from being like this, you can switch to just doing one arm. And then you can also just work your way towards the center of your chest. There are more points here on the kidney channel, and the kidney points are strongly connected to emotions also. So a lot of the feelings when we have stress or anxiety, we get a tightness in our chest, and this can help relieve that. So wherever it feels good, again, it might be tender. Also, just from our posture, we're all so hunched over, holding our phones or driving, not so much driving now, but probably holding our phones. So it's nice to open up these chest muscles. Actually, right now, let's just do a little stretch because I think it feels good. So just have clasping your hands behind your back and giving your chest a nice little stretch. That way we're also opening up the meridians here with the lungs. Okay, so back into the center and just on the outside of the sternum there, massaging some of these points. Great, okay. So the next is one of my favorite points. Gonna lean this down so you guys can see. It is called REN 17 or CV 17. That's body. So starting at the base, like at our root chakra, and it goes all the way up. And so this one is in your 4th intercostal space. So counting down 4 ribs, or it's about nipple level. So right in between your chest, you're gonna trace down, and you're gonna find a tender spot. So you can use one finger, or I usually like to do a few fingers here, and just massage in that spot. Again, it may be very, very tender if you're feeling extra anxious, or it might just be a little tender, but this one is related to the pericardium. That's our heart protector. So it's also the influential point of chi. So it's a really strong chi and energy point. And our thymus gland is actually located behind here. So this one increases your immune system. So it's really good for the immunity. And then just also for chest tightness and stress and anxiety. We'll spend a few minutes here. CV 17. You're not going to want to go so hard that you're bruising yourself. Just give yourself a little bit of pressure to be a bit tender. Again, not too hard. Again, all these points can be massaged for about 60 seconds to 2 minutes, 3 minutes even. Or if it feels really good, you can spend longer, 5 minutes on each point. This one's instantly kind of calming me down. I have to say I was a bit nervous to teach this class. I'm doing all the stress relieving points. Good, okay. So now we're gonna move to our hands, and there's so many acupuncture and acupressure points around our hand. We're gonna start with the classic large intestine 4-point. Most of you have probably heard of this one. It's like the main point for headaches. It's also one we use for pain anywhere in the body, and it specifically goes to like the head and face area. So if you suffer from jaw pain, headaches, we are going to massage this one. So large intestine 4, it's also a really big chi energy point. So it moves the chi and energy throughout our whole body. This one is you're gonna avoid if you are pregnant. So skip that one during pregnancy, but if you're not pregnant, let's go for it. It's also, it might be very tender because we're holding our phone so much. So just your muscles in general might be tight, but you're gonna find this point by kind of doing like a pinching techniques. So you can use your pointer finger and then your thumb behind, and where you see the kind of the fleshy part, the highest point right there, that's the point. And so you can apply pressure from the back side and the front to get a little extra. So we'll spend a few minutes here. This is a really powerful, strong point. It's usually the one that when we needle has a little chi jump. It's a lot of nerves here. So we can use this one to just move all the chi and energy in our body, help with any pain. You could also just hold the point. So you don't have to always do a circle. You could just apply pressure and hold. While you're holding that, I'm just gonna check to see if there's some questions in chat. Okay, someone was giving me some encouragement. Thank you. And we can answer some questions later. Okay, so again, holding, and then you can switch. So all of these you can do on both sides. I definitely feel my right side is tighter. So you'll notice, yeah, you too? Maybe if you're right-handed, your right side's gonna be tighter. You can also, if you want even stronger, if you use your thumb on this side, it's even more pressure. I really feel it there. Someone's getting a headache. So if you're getting a headache, this point's actually good for the headache. We're gonna work on some points below. So for you specifically, it might be a lot of energy going to the head. You might have some tension that's releasing. You may be a little dehydrated. I wouldn't know specifically, but we'll do some points on the feet. And for you particularly, if you're getting the headache, you might want to start with the points on the feet first. Okay, here. So since someone's getting a headache right now, let's go and do that headache point, which I was going to do anyways. And so I will stand up and show you on the foot. So let's see, it is between your big toe and the second toe. So tracing right up into the little groove and tender depression there. So again, imagining this is your big toe and your foot there, liver 3. So spend a few minutes. I'm gonna be sitting like this with my feet on the ground, and you can get both points at the same time. So this point, liver 3, is a really great point for detoxing the liver, moving the blood, also grounding and bringing the energy down. When we have anxiety and stress, a lot of it's up here, so we want to ground you and kind of root you down. So this is a good one to massage here. Also good for the headaches, and just for any emotions in general. Anger, irritability, frustration is related to the liver in Chinese medicine. We have a full moon coming up tonight, so I think a lot of people have been feeling that. Let's see, question here. The point is on the top, but it goes all the way down. So either way, you can use both fingers, like here, and do that on the foot, or just the top. So also with Chinese medicine, different organs are related to different seasons. And we just got into spring. The spring equinox was a few weeks ago, and the spring is related to the liver or wood energy. So we all may be feeling a little extra of that frustration or irritability, not because of what's going on in the world right now. And it's spring, and so that energy is stronger. So we really are going to like this liver 3 point. So connected with the large intestine 4, which we just did before, when we needle these 4 points, liver 3 and large intestine 4, we call it the 4 gates. It moves and circulates the energy and qi and blood throughout our whole body. So you can get a similar effect by massaging them. So you can also do a little bit of that stroking motion from this part of your foot. There's liver 2 there. That's a point we use more for clearing heat and like some liver fire. And then actually you're gonna wanna go, you can go down because we wanna kind of release that. So liver 2 and liver 3. Liver 3 is up a little further. 2 is more closer to the webbing. So you can massage both of those points. Number of minutes for the full circulation of qi throughout the whole body. So 28 minutes. We usually like, if we do a treatment with the needles, 28 minutes is the time it takes for the qi to circulate throughout all the meridians. They have it really mapped out. Okay, so we got that one. And then next we're gonna move up your foot, and then we're gonna get back to the hand, but let's bring the energy down a bit. Spleen 6. So this point, it has many functions. It is like the #1 point for cramps. So if you have period cramps, it's an excellent point to massage, but it's also a really good point to calm the mind. So in Chinese medicine, our heart and our blood are connected to the mind. So we use this point to what we say calm the shen. The shen is kind of that mind-body connection with your heart and your spirit. So we're gonna calm that shen, and we're gonna massage that point. So this one you can locate by your ankle bone is here, and you're gonna use your 4 fingers and measure up like this from that bone, and it's gonna fall into a tender depression. So your 4 fingers up. Again, so this one is also contraindicated during pregnancy. So if you're pregnant, you're gonna wanna avoid this point. This point's also really good for your digestion, so our like spleen, stomach energy. So in particular, it's gonna be sensitive on women. And you can actually, if you put your legs in like a butterfly position, you can get both points at the same time. This is one of my favorite points. So this one's called spleen 6, and it's actually the intersection of the liver, kidney, and spleen meridian. So we're targeting all three at the same time here. Good, gently massaging. And then wherever, you can also just run your fingers up this channel. Anywhere that feels tender, give it a massage. This is the time where you could either be massaging yourself, or if you have a partner or family member, you can give them a little massage. Just the fact of touching the body releases endorphins, dopamine, serotonin. So we really need that touch. And if you're, you know, quarantined alone, that touch can be from yourself, giving yourself a massage anywhere that feels good. All right, so moving back up, we're gonna go back to the hand. So we did this one here. The next point is heart 7, Shen Men. And so there's the Shen Men, ear Shen Men, and then this is the heart Shen Men on the wrist. And it's gonna be on the pinky side. And there is a tendon here. So we're gonna go just to the thumb side of the tendon. So right along the wrist crease. So if you go like this, you'll see the crease in your wrist, and you're gonna go right here. I did a post about it a few days ago, so you can go to my feed and see some more of the acupressure points there. But this is one here. You can massage with your finger or with your thumb. Oh, what's my feed? Oh, on my Instagram. We'll type it in later. So heart 7. This point is one of the main points we use for calming the mind, relieving stress and anxiety. Taking nice deep breaths, massaging this point. If you have insomnia, any sleep problems, this is a really good one. All the points we're doing, this one specifically. Good, so spend a few minutes on each side. Again, remember for the heart one, it's on the pinky side. There's another point on the lung for the thumb, but we're gonna do this one specifically for stress and anxiety on the pinky side. This is also a good point if you're nervous before an exam or a test or a speech or anything like that. You can massage this point to help calm the heart, break up anything very emotional. We can use this point. All right, so next point is on a little further up on the wrist, and it's called pericardium 6 or PC6. So like I mentioned before, the pericardium it's the sac around our heart. So it's our heart protector. So a lot of emotional points are on, instead of the heart channel, also on the pericardium channel. So it's about 2 inches up from that wrist crease. So you're gonna kind of glide your finger into a little depression here, and it's between, see people wearing the little bracelet with the magnet for nausea. So it's a nausea point, but it's also good for for stress. So if you're nauseous, you can massage it, and then also feeling anxious or any chest tightness, palpitations. It's a really good point. You might also be a little tender here because our muscles may be tight as well. Two inches up, right in between those tendons. So a great little combo, you can do the Heart 7 and PC6. So a lot of people are asking, what can we do for our immune system? And stress is a big factor on our immune system. So the more we can be relaxed and not feel as stressed, the better our immune system is going to be. And sleeping well too. So these points will also help you sleep. Good. And so the last point we're going to do is called stomach 36. And this is the main big immune system point. The English name is called leg 3 miles. And it's said that if someone does the acupuncture or actually moxibustion, which is the herb that we will burn sometimes on the skin or above the skin, that person could walk another 3 miles. So it's really great to boost the immune system, also good for just if you have any digestive issues. So it's going to be your 4 fingers measured below your, kind of that little indent on your knee. So you're going to measure there, and it's right on the lateral side of your tibia bone. So you could either run your finger up the bone and then you'll kind of land into it, or measure 3 down. So it's where your pinky would be. If this is your knee, the bend of your knee, right there. And then it's about a finger lateral to it. So you can find a little tender depression there. Massage it. So again, boosting the chi and really great for the immune system and any digestive disorder. So you can massage both stomach 36 points at the same time using your knee. And I'll answer some questions in a few minutes. And massaging the stomach channel points. And you may find that you're actually really tight and tender in all of these points, which the stomach meridian runs down that side of the leg. So you can go ahead and also go down and massage any of more points you want, but the main one is that stomach 36 right there, 4 inches below your leg, below your knee. Good, both sides. All right, and so is that one good for constipation? Yes, excellent one for constipation. Last, what we're gonna do, also good for the stomach, is just a gentle massage on your belly. There's some really good chi energy points here and lots of meridian points around the stomach. So just to kind of bring all the energy back to our center, you can slowly go in a clockwise motion. Taking some nice deep breaths, circles here. And then we're just gonna hold right here for a few minutes with our eyes closed. All right, so I just threw a lot of points at you, and I'm gonna do a really quick recap of what we did. So we did the first point in between your eyebrows, the yin tong. Then we just did some massage all around your eyes, and you can specifically hang out or even pinch around here if anything feels tight. Someone just, I think, also asked about, let me see, since we're on the topic, eye tension behind the eyes, like in the eye socket, eyebrow area. If you haven't done any of the gua sha stuff, you can do face massage. So we might be spending too much screen time, so our eyes are going to get irritated, but you can work on that. You can also just use your hands. So we did also the ear, massaging here in front and back of the ear, here, your lungs and kidney points, and then the pericardium 6, or sorry, CV17, REN 17 there. We did the large intestine 4. And then we went down to the foot and did the liver 3. Then we did the spleen 6. We went back up here. We did our heart 7, our pericardium 6, and then back down and did our stomach 36. There you go. All right. Question time, if anyone has any question. And then, so this can be done every day. I would say, I mean, do it anytime you want. If you're feeling stressed, you could just pick a few points. You don't have to do all of them. You can do this before bed. If you want to, make a bath, put on some nice music. You could do this in the bath, relaxing. If you like essential oils, you can use lavender, peppermint, whatever you like, any of the calming ones. Specifically, like for headaches, I love peppermint oil, so you can massage, maybe even in your temples. We didn't even do that one, but there's a great point there, yin tong. So you can use some essential oils anywhere you would like.
So feel free to drop your questions down in the chat and I'll relate them.
You do this to like some low music, low lighting. I always like to tell my patients, if they can't come into the office, to kind of make a makeshift treatment room for yourself. So I say, make yourself cozy. I usually in the treatment room have a really nice heated table with the relaxing music and, nice essential oils. So you can do these points in like a progressive relaxation order. Just give yourself that environment.
Jamie says that was amazing. Marta says, thank you, Kara. Very informative. Jamie says, thank you so much. Ashley, thank you. Heart, heart, heart. Fabiola, thank you so much. Shalini, thank you. Found it relaxing. Fabiola, we are going to drop her Instagram and everything down below. Tiffany, are there any points on the neck to address tension in that area?
Or you could just like wherever you're feeling the pain, you can massage. Not really.
Are there any good points for a crying or fussy infant?
I would do this one. It can really help the day.
Any good points for plantar fasciitis?
Oh, plantar fasciitis. Yeah, actually, acupuncture has a lot of success. Acupressure, you might not get in deep enough. A lot of people like to use the ball, but typically we will needle these points. You can try massaging, but anywhere, wherever you're feeling. Some people have it more in the heel, some are more in the arch, but you can go into this area. You might feel really tender, especially on this side of your foot. Stretching the calf also.
Deb says, thank you so much. Very valuable info, and I feel much better already.
Oh, you're
And
welcome.
Renee says, thanks.
So for all the tension and stuff, cupping therapy is really great. And if you check out Love Cupping, you can see we have some at-home cupping. Usually in the office, I'll do fire cupping, which I do not recommend to try yourself, but with the air pump, you can do on your own.
Mm-hmm.
Any points for amenorrhea? Amenorrhea?
I can't see that, amenorrhea. I don't see where that is, but if it's amenorrhea, that is not having a period. This point here, spleen 6. And you can do this one also. Yeah, amenorrhea.
Some questions are coming privately, so I'm...
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw that one. So that's the point, the spleen 6 point.
Vanessa says, thank you. That was amazing. So calming. Would like to see you again. Thank you. Any book recommendations?
Specifically, if you want to learn more about Chinese medicine, the kind of classic one to learn is called The Web That Has No Weaver. If you just Google that, The Web That Has No Weaver, for anyone wanting to learn more about Chinese medicine. It's not on Acupressure, though. I actually don't know of any Acupressure books.
Thank you. If anybody has any more questions, feel free to drop them in here, and I'm going to leave her information in the chat, so you'll be able to contact her. You'll be able to go to her website. You can order the love cupping on her website, drkaraaculin.com. And
yeah, that's for my private practice, and then the love cupping one is lovecupping.com.
Lovecupping.com.
Yes,
I'll add
got
that in
that.
here.
And then yeah, I'm going to be starting my telehealth session soon because people can't come into the
Not sure if we lost you. And Coop, if you missed the beginning, we have this recorded, so you'll be able to watch the replay, and we'll send this to your email so you can catch the entire workshop. And just for everyone's information, I just dropped her Kara's information in the chat, so you can keep in touch with her, follow her on Instagram. She has a lot of different tutorials on these pressure points. She puts up pictures and everything, so you'll be able to catch some of the tutorials on Instagram. She's back. Okay.
Good. I'm also going to start to do some Qigong and breathing exercise videos for you guys, which can help strengthen the different organ systems.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here, and everybody who participated, thank you for being here. We have a lot of more workshops coming up in the next couple of weeks. You can go to wellset.co/events to check out all the workshops that are going to be happening. I'm teaching breathwork on tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and this will be sent in a recording, and you'll be able to keep in touch and book for consultations and private acupressure workshops and such. Thank you so much. We'll catch you soon.
Thanks everyone for joining.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, my mom is in here.
Thank you, even though I missed it. I'll look forward to the recording.
Yes, we will send you the recording.